Hello and welcome to another Heart Moto video. In today's video I'm going to walk you through the installation process of the Denali Projector light onto the Honda NC750X DCT. Okay, welcome back to the channel. So I've installed a Denali projector light onto the Honda NC750X. Now I just want to walk you through the process of how I've done this. When I was installing it, the weather was horrendous. I had a lot of kit in here. Normally I like to move stuff outside, so I didn't actually film it at the time, but I shall walk you through the process step by step on how to install the light. So basically what we've got, this is a slightly bigger one than what I've installed. This is a Denali pod. Now these are the ones with a DataDim technology, so you have a high and a low setting. We'll talk about more about that in a while. So that's the Denali pod. I have a Denali junction box relay, if you like. So basically we have two connections for two peripherals, one for the switch and then one for the power. Again, we'll do close-ups and everything of all of this as we go through. This is the power lead. Okay, ignore this. This has been adapted for when it was on a display stand. And this is the waterproof switch. So basically that's all the Denali bits and pieces. And then what I decided to do, because I was adding another peripheral at this stage, I've installed the Oxford junction box as well. So what I'll do is I'll bring you in a little bit closer. We'll go through the process step by step on how we installed the Denali projector lamp. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you the lamp itself. So basically that is tucked away above the radiator. So if we just bring you around here, there you can go. You can see that a bit better now. So what I found was just when I was been doing some jobs on the bike, on the clamp here, right in the middle, there's if my memory serves me correctly, there's a M8 thread there. So basically it sits right bang in the middle, as you can see. And I had some Denali pods kicking around, and I just thought I could probably install a lamp there. Now I don't ride that often at night, and I know from other people's reports and reviews and friends as well that have got NCs, they don't particularly speak highly of the standard main beam and headlight on this bike. So I thought, well, just in case, you know, when I go up to Scotland early next year, if I am out and I get caught in traffic, whatever, for whatever reason, and I'm riding at night, it'd be nice to have that extra bit of illumination. So that's the lamp itself. So let's just walk through how we installed it. Okay, so basically I've popped the pillion seat up. Now if you look here, there is wires that basically disappeared down in underneath the tail tidy. Now this is your power to your number plate light. So that is where I've tapped in on the 12-volt supply. So basically what I've done is just unbolted the tail tidy. So that's these 4 bolts here. Okay. It's a little tricky to get to, but I didn't have to remove the pillion seat. Just use one of those flexi bars on my ratchet. So undone those 4 bolts, located the connector, disconnected the connector to the tail light, and basically spliced in this new red cable you can see here onto that 12-volt supply. Now this runs all the way down here tucked in down by the side of the fuel tank, underneath, all the way through into the back of the frunk here. This is my solarizer charger. Runs round the back of the frunk to the back of this panel here where the junction box now sits. So then you take your positive and negative terminals from the junction box, run them back to the battery. So that's how we then get power to the junction box. So what I've done is my little DRLs that I have here that I installed a while ago, because they were originally connected directly to the 12 volt supply on the number plate light. I've now connected those directly to the junction box. So that is basically how we got power from the back of the bike to the front of the bike. I wanted to put a junction box in because I wanted everything fused. I wanted it on its own little circuit as it was, so it's all isolated, protected. Plus I didn't want to splice into the main loom or anything like that. So, you know, everything with the bike's internal electronics hasn't been altered or touched at all. So that's that point. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the little Denali box. We'll go into a bit more detail on that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the packaging for the junction box. So basically you have 4 ports here that you can connect your peripherals to, and this lead then goes to your positive and negative terminals, and then you'll have another red lead which goes to your switchable live. So that red lead is connected to the 12 volt supply that I've taken from the tail light. So that is now hidden away in underneath the bodywork here on the NC. So with my 2 DRLs, I've connected those to separate terminals on there, and then the power to the Denali is on the 3rd, and then the 4th is spare. So that's that. So here's the Denali DataDim pod. So this is a bigger one that I've installed. So here's the bracket that it comes with. Again, you know, usual, what I'll do is put links down in the description where you can pick up these products, you know, if they're of interest to you. So that's that. That connects to one of the 2 ports here on my Denali relay. Like so. So these have waterproof connections. So that's that. Then my switch, like so. And then last but not least, my power connection, which then that runs back to my junction box. Now what I'll do a little drawing, I'll do a little schematic on how this all works. It really is simple. And then I've got a spare connection there, you know, if I wanted to add another light, if I so wish. So yeah, like I say, I'll do a little schematic drawing, and that is it in a nutshell. So what I've done as well is, I'll bring you in a little bit closer. Okay, hopefully you can see on the handlebar here, I fitted, this is from an Oxford heat controller bracket. So I've mounted the switch for the DataDim pod just there. Excuse the zip tie at the moment because I've just bonded that onto the plate. So that will be basically just going off at the moment. So that's what I've done, and then like I say, the cables just run down into the bodywork of the bike here, nicely, you know, tied up out of the way. Everything turns freely. There's no obstruction at all with the cables or the lighting underneath. I can move the bars from side to side. So yeah, that is it in a nutshell really. And like like I say, it's just gives me that little bit of extra illumination, you know, when I go up to Scotland early in the next year, if I so need it. Plus, you know, it gives me a bit more visibility when filtering on traffic, because like I say, I've now got my 2 DRLs, obviously the standard lights, and then down there my little projector light. Like I say, I've not been out yet because I've still not put my front wheel in. That's my next job, and it'd be interesting to see what that's like. You know, up against the garage door, it looks extremely bright. I've had it on at night as well, and yeah, it looks pretty impressive. So like I say, hopefully you can see it's not obscuring anything. I've looked on the cables here. There's a bracket here, so it's not rubbing on any hoses or pipes or anything like that, because it's just sat on the bracket there. So yeah, good to go. So I think what I'll do, like I say, I shall do the schematic drawing in terms of the wiring. I'll take some close-up photos of the light in situ, and yeah, that's it. But like I say, it's just a little video I wanted to make just to show you what I've done. Maybe of interest for you to do, you know, especially if you've got the older version NC like myself. You know, it just gives you that little bit of illumination. Right, I think the glue's gone off on the switch now. So what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate to you the effectiveness of this little lamp. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll turn the garage lights off. Hopefully you'll be able to see how nice and bright this is. Okay, so this is my DRLs and stock light. Okay, so let's go. That was already main beam, so you can see hopefully there on the garage door the effectiveness of that. I appreciate it's not a real world test, but until I get the wheel in I can't really demonstrate that. So right, let's focus on that garage door. So let's put this into position 1. Okay, so you can see the projector light illuminated there. So again, when it's dark outside, it really lightens up the road in front quite well on the tarmac. So this is position 2. There you go. If you look at that spread now, all at the bottom of the garage door, that's pretty impressive. So I'll turn that off. There you go. So that's stock light, the Denali pod. So again, like I say, this is just something to use as an additional main beam when I'm out. Let's put that back on. And hopefully we can see, you can see how bright that is. Look, I won't put the camera right in front of it because that'll blind you. So yeah, so let's just do the main beam. So you can, there's the main beam on the stock light, and then the main beam on the Denali. The spread of light is massive difference all the way over the garage door there. Look at that. So off, main beam of the bike off, main beam of the bike on, Denali on. Huge spread of light difference. So I think that's going to work really, really well. Like I say, once I go out at night, I will do a proper real world test with it, but I really can't see it being a disappointment. Right, let's put this garage light back on now. So yeah, there we go, the little Denali data pod. I shall, as always, put links down in the description below where you can purchase everything that I've shown you here today. Again, for full transparency, I'm not a motor mechanic, I'm not a bike mechanic, you know, it's just things that I've picked up down the years, shadowing my my dear late father, who was a very, very skilled engineer indeed. So, and I don't claim to be half the engineer that he was. So, so yeah. So just for full transparency there, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so just a little recap then. So 12 volt from the tail light to the junction box terminals to the battery, DRL in port 1, DRL in port 2, power supply to the Denali relay in port 3, port 4 is spare. So, and then the Denali pod connects to the relay, your power and your switch. That is it in a nutshell. Very, very simple to do. I'll be honest with you, the hardest part of the job was to get the Denali module to stick to the bodywork, because it was freezing cold in here when I'd done it, and so I had to heat it up with a heat gun. Be careful when you do that, because obviously they do get hot. You don't want to distort your plastics or anything like that, so just be mindful of that when you're warming up your panels. So that was the hardest thing, getting the 3M tape to stick, so hence why I've got a zip tie on the switch there. So yeah, so that's it. Right, I do hope you found my little video of interest and of use. Oh, one other thing as well, I must say a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed. I've now hit the 1,000 subscribers, so that is brilliant. I am over the moon, thrilled to bits, very, very grateful. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. So yeah, so as always, I do hope you can join me in future videos, and thanks again for watching. Cheerio.